Hello guys, in this video we'll learn about streaming in Rust. So streaming refers to continuous flow of data in real time or near real time. Basically, sometimes we have such use cases when it takes certain time to compute data on server, or the payload is large, or we want to serve our user as soon as the data getting available. That's when streaming is super useful. So in today's video, we'll learn how to consume streaming APIs in Rust and how to work with streaming in Rust. So let's get started. So for the purpose, I'll be using OpenAI's streaming through the chat completion API. So you can also use the same, and as you can see, it also supports streaming explicitly. So you have to work with such APIs which support streaming. So as you can see, we'll be using chat completion API, and it has this stream is equal to true, so the data will be streamed back to your server. But in today's video, we'll learn how to take that data and how to consume it. So let's get started. So first of all, we'll move to our cargo toml file. Here we'll add a few dependencies such as request with latest version as our HTTP client with JSON and string, and then we'll add Tokyo for our async programming with version as latest and features as full. Then we need futures for our streaming, Serde for JSON serialization and deserialization, and then we need Serde JSON for JSON parsing, then build. So move back to your main, and this is the body that we'll be using today. So the model we are using is GPT-4, and the message that we have is basically we want a 2000 word essay. So basically the content is huge and we want to slowly and gradually receive it and basically show to our user or as soon as it's available. So we'll just quickly add let client request client and new, and let response client dot post. So here you can just say https OpenAI, and here if you have a proxy then you can add your proxy, otherwise you can just openai.com, or maybe let me check the URL. Yes, so this is what you will be using, and then we have our body, so we'll just say body.toString, and then we have our header. So the first header will set content type as application JSON, and the second one that we have is header authorization, and here we'll just add bearer, and here you have to add bearer with your token, so OpenAI token, and then we'll just use send dot await dot unwrap. Now let's quickly make our man as Tokyo man with async, so we can use await, and here we will just add if response dot status is equals to status code okay. Then we want to say let mutable stream response dot byte stream, and while let some chunk, and we'll just say stream dot try next. So this is also coming from the futures that we added in cargo toml as the dependency, and then we'll say await unwrap, so let chunk string, and we'll match std str from uft8 and chunk. Actually, let's just do unwrap here, and we have our string. So we'll just go ahead and print it and try to understand our response before we go ahead with using it. So just make sure to replace your token, and there's one last thing here. We'll just do print ln in case of any error. We'll just do response dot text dot await dot unwrap, so to get any exception response. Now let's go ahead and run this and test it. So just open your terminal and do cargo run. So as you can see, we keep on getting our response, and there is some delay because it's a stream and it's continuously sending us the data with all the payload, which will obviously parse, and we'll just try to get our content from it. But here, as you can see, it's sending us the data, and it starts with basically the data. And let me show you the end. Okay, so as you guys can see here, we have reached the end of our stream, and it will always be marked with this done. So basically this is what tells us that our stream is over. So now let's go ahead and try to get our content that we want from this whole the response that we are getting, which is obviously in streams. So let's see how can we do that. So back to our ID, and here instead of using the chunk string, now we'll go one step ahead and we'll say split data chunk string dot trim dot split, because we did saw data to split it on. And here we will just say for index we don't want to use data, and split data dot to on dot enumerate, and we'll just say let data chunk is equals to data dot trim, and here we will say if data chunk dot is empty, then we just want to continue. If data chunk is equals to the end, which we just saw, which is done, we want to break. And in other case, we just want to match, and we want to use Serde.json, which is we want our model basically. So let's extract it. So what we'll do here is we'll add a struct chat completion response, and we will add derive debug and deserialize, and here we will add choices as vector of chat choice, which we'll add in a minute. Struct chat choice, again here derive debug and deserialize. So here we'll add delta as chat content, which we'll add in a minute. So we'll just say struct chat content. Now there are lots of fields that you can parse, but I'm just interested in content, so I'll just say content option string, and this is our content. So derive debug deserialize. So this is how our model looks like. Let's scroll down all the way, and here we will basically do Serde.json from str chat completion response, and we'll pass our data chunk. So if it's a okay of value, meaning we did get something, we will just go ahead and match our value dot choices dot first, and if it's a none, then we don't do anything. Same here, if it's an error, then we don't do anything. And if it's not a none and it's some item, actually it's some content here we want to use, and in that case let's print what we are getting. So let's reduce it from a 2000 words to make maybe a 20 word. Yeah, so it's quick to test. Let's go ahead and test it. So just open your terminal, and here we will do cargo run. Okay, so as you can see, it's sending words to us: technology, constantly evolving, facilities, convenience, efficiently, and basically it's writing a complete sentence and sending it to us. So that's how you can, instead of getting all the content at once, basically keep on getting streams, and as soon as the chunk is ready, you can get it, use it. So that's how we can work with streaming and Rust. I hope you guys understand the concept and learn something new. If you do, just like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and comment if you have any questions. So that's how we can work with streaming, a very interesting concept. I'll catch you guys in the next video.